So I've been doing art full time for about 15 years. My background was I did a lot of band merch, for like t-shirt designs, all on the computer. And when I turned around 30, I wanted to do a career change. I owned a store for a while. So I just started painting on a whim and just found out I really enjoyed the tactile nature of creating an actual piece of art with paint and manipulating the canvas and being able to hand someone a piece of art as opposed to just doing everything on the computer. I came from a very small town in the middle of Pennsylvania with a cornfield behind my house. I have no formal training in art. I was able to get this far just by doing it. The thing about young artists is like they could look at like my body of work or even my Instagram and like they don't really get how to get there, you know? And like they might think that I have everything where like I still get in here every day and like I don't like my work most of the time. Like I don't, you know, it's all a work in progress. And like whenever you're an artist, there's no end goal. Like you just keep going. You keep going forever. There's no monetary value or thing you make or accolade you'll get that's ever gonna be like, okay, I'm done now, I'm gonna stop. I've been using a lot of pop culture characters fighting with each other and again, cliche, fighting against the police. If you know anything about my work, it's all done in acrylic paint and it's all done very cleanly. And even before it gets to that point, it's all done me sitting on a computer, drawing on a Wacom tablet. That's how everything I've done since my career started, that's the process, right? What's cool about this painting is I'm trying to do everything in a different way. So instead of drawing on the computer, I bought this iPad like 4 years ago. I've never used it, and I used the iPad to draw the sketch, right? Secondly, all my paintings, I try to make them so tight and just perfect where it doesn't look like it's actually painted. Where for this piece, I'm gonna be doing it in oil, which is a different medium. It's much thicker, it's much more textury, it's more loose. This one is completely finished. It's ready to go. The text box was honestly the last thing. Pleasure to burn, just kind of in a small way, kind of tied into what I was trying to express with this. It's also from an ad for cigarettes from the 80s, which I thought was cool. It's the second painting in a 3-painting series, and I did the first one right after the Black Lives Matter movement. That painting dealt with police violence, protest, and I just really wanted to continue that narrative some more. I have a show next year where I'm doing an entire show that's just in hot pink, yellow, and blue. I have this mental thing of like, okay, even though I want to make this piece, it has to look aesthetically pleasing. Like a lot of my paintings have parts flying everywhere, there's a lot going on. And it's important that the layout is correct so that it reads, you know, and it doesn't look too messy. When I was growing up, I wasn't the most extroverted person. I always kind of hid behind everybody, and I was always afraid to, I guess, be myself or whatever. I'm sure a lot of people are. You know, I think a lot of artists use their work to kind of get themselves out there. And then from doing that for so long, it made me realize, like, who cares? I'll just be myself and be honest. A lot of artists, when you get started, you have to do anything to make any money. And I did that for years. You know, I did the freelance illustration. When I started painting, I did commissions. And fortunately, just through hard work and time, I got to the point where I can just now focus on what I want to make. That's the thing I like most now, is like coming up with a big idea and then, okay, this is the idea, but here's all the paintings, the statues, the drawings that support it. So when you see all of it together, it's this one thing. And I think that's really interesting. Things like this are a process. Every day you chip away at the big idea little by little. You know, like I might walk home today and see a newspaper or like a magazine with something on the cover. I'm like, oh, that's the colors I was thinking about. Oh, that's the body position for this thing. Like, it's just this ongoing process, and like it's just about seeing as much stuff as you can all the time, like traveling, looking at everything that interests you, like going on the internet and looking at everything. Like it's just constant absorption of things. Spent all those years doing t-shirts for people. I moved to Pittsburgh, I worked really hard. I moved to California, I worked really hard. I like that the most. I like the fact of just helping younger artists learn that if you just try really hard and do it for a long time, you can get somewhere with it.